U.S. Broadcasters Association Awards for Excellence, promoting and advancing the craft of microbrew culture in Northeast PA. This is another edition of
The Friday Beer Buzz!
Friday Beer Buzz, powered by Sabatini's Pizza and Sabatini's Bottle Shop and Bar in Exeter. Sabatini's, with the area's greatest selection of rare craft and imported beers. Growlers and crowlers and 37 rotating drafts at Sabatini's Pizza and Sabatini's Bottle Shop and Bar, Wyoming Avenue in Exeter. Here we are. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Lindo Sabatini from Sabatini's is with us. Hi, Lindo.
My item that I fixed that saved me $700 was at the bar. The automatic flush valve for the toilet was broken.
Ooh.
So I called the plumber to tell him I needed a new one, and he told me it was going to be $700. And I said, all right, give me a minute.
How long did it take you to do it, though?
YouTube video. Had to get the part online on Amazon for $35. YouTube video, we changed it in 15 minutes.
Ooh.
And just one other question: how many times did you go, "What am I missing"?
Well, no, it was
You did
pretty,
it smooth?
It was pretty easy.
For you,
It was pretty self-explanatory. I didn't do any damage. I got it fixed, and it's working about. Well, this was before Thanksgiving, so it's working a couple
Good
months
for you.
now.
Ooh. Now, with the games, hold on, Bill.
Sorry,
with the
Bill.
games going on, the football games. Do you get a lot of people in there watching the games?
Well, we don't show the games in the bar. We don't have the TVs on, but we actually get a lot of like takeout business. We love to get big orders of wings and pizza.
Oh my gosh! After last week's games, I'm sure this weekend will be busy for you too.
It'll be okay.
It'll be very okay. All right,
okay.
Bill from mybeerbuzz.com. Hi, Bill.
Hey, happy Friday. You know, as a homeowner, I fixed a lot of things over the years. As a homeowner with no repair budget, I fixed a lot of things. And our plumber won't even drive by the house for less than $150.
Yep.
So my theory is, washers, dryers, plumbing, all that stuff, go ahead and give it a run. Get on YouTube, try it out, see if you can get the part. And then when you fail miserably and it's leaking or it's smoking or blowing up, then and only then you call for help. The only thing I really won't touch, I'll do receptacles and switches and light fixtures, but other than that, I will not mess with electricity.
Yeah.
Plumbing will get you wet and make a mess, but electricity will kill you.
Yes.
Right. One's fun, one's deadly. I mean, it's just
It could be very dangerous.
it's a fine line.
Yeah. As a kid, I took out one of those little Italian Christmas lights, the little tiny things, and I bent the wires out appropriately, and I stuck it into an outlet.
Oh.
And it shot molten glass just to the right of my right eye.
Oh, my God.
And after that, I said, I'm not going to mess with electricity.
I did that as a kid too with a paper clip, and I used to live to tell about it.
A lot of lessons. Yeah.
We're grown-ups, not
Yeah.
stupid anymore. But let's get to what we got here.
Your news.
Yeah. So what do you have? For us?
Yeah. So we have a BeerBuzz up first, and this comes from Joseph C. in Duryea. And I want to thank him for the question because it is one of my pet peeves about beer, and that is freshness dating. And his question was really like, I don't know what to do. And so here's just a quick 30-second primer on freshness dating. First off, beers like IPAs, hoppy beers, you want to drink them fresh. They are typically dated with sort of a 6-month time frame. Get your own feel for that. For me, after about 3 months, 4 months, they start to change for me. They may not change for you, so that's the kind of beer you want to drink fresh. Imperial stouts, quads, big beers, high ABV beers, you can age them, you can cellar them, you can do whatever you want with them, so the dating is not as important. The breweries typically date their stuff in one of 3 ways. Way number 1 is package date. And so you can look and see when the beer was actually put in the bottle or can, which I think is very, very helpful, especially if you're looking to be, a fresh IPA. If you're looking to be drinking that soon, that's very helpful.
It's a nice marketing gimmick for when Budweiser was like born on dates or whatever they did. It was a good marketing gimmick, right?
If there's one thing they could take back, they would take that back.
Why is that? 'Cause people threw out a lot of beer.
Because they added a lot of attention to it, and in their beers, you can get a long time out of the lager.
Right.
So you're talking about a massive production like that, where all of a sudden people were, hey, this is like 3 weeks away from being expired. So I mean, it's not an expiration date. You're not going to get sick. When they
Just the
when they have that,
freshness.
it's the freshness.
Mostly marketing gimmick.
Right.
Right?
It was in the beginning.
Yeah. Interesting.
It was. Now not so much. That is an advantage, a distinct advantage that craft beer has over mainstream big beer, is freshness and locality and that sort of thing. But the second way they mark these things is enjoy by or best by. And that you have to kind of make a decision on. Most breweries, it's 6 months out from the packaging date. So you can look at that date and say, 6 months ago, this was put into the can or the bottle, and you could say, okay, looks good to me or it doesn't look good to me. If you're seeing something that's an IPA, and that IPA is 6 months old, 8 months old, that kind of thing, I wouldn't buy it. I want fresh IPAs. Otherwise, you lose the hops.
Is this why we don't see a lot of clearance rack beer?
Yeah, well, I mean, certain beers, it's perfectly fine. Certain beers, it is not.
Right.
And hopefully the sellers are getting these things out and sold and discounting and doing whatever they need before they get to that. And the third way, and I'll cite Lagunitas as an example because I've been citing Lagunitas as an example. The third types of date coding are, we don't want you to know. And so what Lagunitas does is they put this Julian date code. They print it in very light print on very dark backgrounds on the necks of their bottles. You have to hold it up to a bright light with a magnifying glass. And I can only conclude that they simply don't want you to know the date. And that to me is very sad in the craft beer industry because, freshness is important. So that's your quick, maybe 30-second, maybe 45-second primer. We'll do just a quick beer news piece or two here so that we don't run tight on time.
Yeah, probably one, maybe two. Yeah, what are the big ones today?
Yeah, we'll do the big one. Marin Brewing in Larkspur, California is closing after 33 years.
Who?
Another example.
Who is it again?
Marin Brewing, M-A-R-I-N, Marin Brewing Company out in Larkspur, California. It's another example of, we've had COVID issues and that just pushed us over the edge. We were already close to the edge and COVID just killed us.
Is that tied in with Moylan's? Because Moylan's isn't Moylan's and Marin?
It is.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. They have partnered on a number of things, and they have co-brewed a number of things, and there's a contract brewing situation going on there for Marin. But Marin's out of business. Sad to say. Lindo and I have been talking about this on the radio now for 5 months, 6 months, saying it's coming. Watch for all these breweries to drop. And the other big one, and this is 2 different breweries, so it's a big one times 2. Hop Slam has hit. I saw Lindo's page. Bell's Hop Slam, one of my favorite beers, has hit. So in terms of freshness, go get it and go drink it. And the other one is that Trost, for the very first time ever, is sending their double nugget nectar, another favorite of mine, is going to see distribution this year. So I don't know when that one's hitting the market. So
You'll see 24 cans.
Markets it's going to be in.
We're getting 24 cans today.
24
cans
total. Okay, I wasn't sure. I was like, it comes in 24 packs. That's pretty big.
They're giving people that qualify for it 1 box.
Wow.
Please don't call because it's already sold out.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's going to be one of those situations.
I don't anticipate that one will be very easy to get.
Sounds like it.
Nonetheless, it's out there. So that's our beer news. As always, you can hit the Breaking Beer News tab on mybeerbuzz.com to see more. We do have a beer today. It's a brewery we have featured once before. I think we featured them back in October. They're from Camp Hill, Pennsylvania, and they're kind of a really interesting brewery. But our beer today comes from the Evergreen Brewing Company, and it is called Juicy. And the first juice is Joose, and the second Juicy is the familiar spelling. And it's an IPA, and it Jason, maybe you're flipping the can over to check the date on the bottom of it, but
My pants are soaked. I didn't. I thought it was...
Ooh, juicy.
Oh, gross.
I meant his can opening.
I just said my pants are wet. Juicy. Sorry, that got weird.
Very weird.
Well, that's proof that we've been drinking this for about 15 minutes.
Yeah. Sorry, but thank you.
It is tasty.
I get a grapefruit whiff right away. I'm guessing that's where the juice Juicy
Well,
beer?
you get that's from the hops, and you say that a lot, but that's because citrus is a common
Right.
a common flavor that you're going to get out of a lot
Oh,
of
this is great,
different IPAs. This one, Nancy and I were talking before about it. This is a really good IPA for the person that says they don't like IPAs. This might be one of those that you can try if you haven't really found IPAs to be your favorite. I think it's a pretty good gateway.
A gateway IPA.
Gateway IPA to say that they're good. It's not super bitter where you're.
It's not really hoppy either.
Where you want to peel the inside of your mouth out. It's not like that.
It's like
Yeah,
it's
it's not
a
like-
good one because I'm not a big IPA fan, but this I could drink.
This is really good. It seems like it's going to be very overbearing to my baby mouth or whatever I want to call it, my baby palate for beer. But it's
Baby
it's
mouth?
it's smooth. I have a very if I talk to a dentist that knows me, I have a very small mouth. They say it's weird, but that's not what I meant. I was talking palate. That's a true story. They go, yeah, it's kind of tiny in there. It's weird.
Evergreen calls this one a mid-Atlantic take on the New England style IPA. And if you know any IPAs or New England style IPAs or
Yeah.
Northeast style IPAs, they're always very, very fruit forward. So that's a good hit, Jason, when you say grapefruity. They describe this as citrusy and piney. And piney is that sort of resinous, sticky hop character that I think most entry-level IPA drinkers don't like. So I think this one definitely, I've had this before, it leans into that citrusy, it leans into that light fruit forward.
Sorry, someone's phone went off here.
My Siri started talking to me. I didn't even say anything. That was weird. Okay.
It's one of those IPAs that even if you have a small mouth, you can enjoy it.
Hey, I'll be
We'll have
honest
to
with you.
start bringing in a straw for the show now.
Yeah.
Bring a
It's
straw
not that
to
small.
Jason.
Bill, I'm not saying I'm being sensitive right now, but the two of them are just laughing at me. I don't know if people can hear them
I
giggling.
know.
And when you say,
It's
when you just
between your fungusy feet,
Wait,
your
wait.
spaced toes,
Hang
and
on.
your...
Juicy
Oh,
pants
no.
and your small mouth.
well, when you described it as piney, in my head I heard tiny. I'm like, geez, is this another mouth joke?
Oh, God. Oh, my eyes are watering again. Ah.
Wow, it's like a party.
Evergreen started in 2016. It was started by Larry Dolan and Norm Frum.
Right.
They ran a brew house grill, a local bar, and they were inspired by a very famous juice-forward beer called Heady Topper
Right.
from The Alchemist in Vermont. And they have been striving to brew their version of Heady Topper. So this is kind of in that lane of Heady Topper, and this is sort of their take on Heady Topper.
Love it. It's actually very, very good. So for those of you who say, I don't like an IPA or, you're interested in it, I think this would be great.
Or what's the name of that? I also have a tiny, tiny mouth. I'd like to drink a beer too.
So you stop by Sabatini's. Of course you have this, right?
Oh yeah, it's on draft right now too. It's
Nice.
delicious on draft.
It's juicy, and it is, again, what's the...
Evergreen.
Evergreen. There it is. Evergreen Brewing Company.
Love that name. It's a
Yeah.
good name.
All right, Bill, this was a lot of fun. Keep fixing your stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. You too. Have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too, Bill.
And
Thanks.
Linda's gonna,
Shoveling.
yeah, no shoveling, please, God. And Linda will be very busy. Takeout, folks, if you're going to watch the games, great place to get your takeout food, right, Linda?
Food and beer.
Yeah, good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the Friday Beer Buzz, powered by Sabatini's Pizza and Sabatini's Bottle Shop and Bar in Exeter. Sabatini's, the area's greatest selection of rare craft and imported beers. Growlers and crowlers and 37 rotating drafts at Sabatini's Pizza and Sabatini's Bottle Shop and Bar, Wyoming Avenue in Exeter. The Friday Beer Buzz, bringing good beers and good people together.
Small mouth.